if you come around here, like, I'm gonna kill you. So he's like, no, it's cool. So he goes to ride off, and he winds up getting his head cut off anyway, because when Guillermo was helping Laszlo set up the what do you call those shits? The bush designs?
Topiary.
The topiary for Nadja. He uses like a metal wire that I guess he like strings to some, like a fence or something, so it's taut.
No, well, technically...
So when Gregor goes underneath it, he's on a motorcycle, and he doesn't see it, and he gets his head lopped off.
Yeah.
By the metal wire.
Yeah. I mean, technically, because...
What did I get wrong?
What
did I get wrong?
Well, first of all, when Laszlo's setting up his topiary, he's yet to finish it. He's yet to even start it. But he gets really pissed at Guillermo because Guillermo buys wooden stakes, garden stakes, from Amazon. And Laszlo gets pissed at him because he's like, what the fuck are you doing with those, like, around me? And he's like, well, you wanted me to buy garden stakes. And he just berates him to no end. He's like, just tie it around the fucking tree. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, I mean, overall, such a good show.
No, it is a really good show. I
so
like the
funny.
fact that they really, like, ran with the concept and had fun with it. And they sort of, like, explored different aspects. And I love the fact that there's now... Once that other chick gets established and everything, there's going to be at least 2 lady vampires on the show, which will be nice.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
And that's the chick from Booksmart, too.
Yeah.
That's Jonah Hill's sister, I believe she is.
Is she really?
Yep. She's Jonah Hill's sister. Beanie
Seinfeld.
What?
Beanie Seinfeld.
No, it's not Seinfeld. It's like Feldstein or something.
Or
it's like super Jewish.
Well...
the name Beanie's weird enough, but yeah. Because I just read an article on her in my EW.
No, I know, and I was writing about her for What We Do in the Shadows, but
yeah, she's Jonah Hill's sister.
You know what?
She probably changed her last name because,
Yeah.
Or maybe she took, like, her father's last name. Who knows? But either way.
You know what? Good for her.
Yeah.
Apparently they're going to be, like, an entertainment family. Dynasty.
Well, we'll see how their kids do.
What else had we finished recently?
Well, iZombie's still going on.
iZombie, we're still watching. It's still good.
I like
it's
it.
The
well,
final
it's the final
season.
So we'll see if they can wrap up the zombie apocalypse and deal with the cure and who makes it out alive.
I mean, have you liked it thus far?
I have. I've enjoyed the final
Actually,
season
one of my
so far.
favorite episodes was written by one of the co-creators, which is the dance episode.
Oh, yeah. The dance episode's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I thought, originally when I saw the trailer for it, I thought that they'd both eaten the brains. I didn't think it was just her because
I hope that they did, but
he took the original cure, which makes him a zombie about like once a month. It's almost like a little period.
And the episode prior, you said that.
In the episode prior, he actually had his zombie month.
Yeah.
So he took the bruiser brain, and he was
What?
What the hell are your pants?
I am leaving that in. I'm so leaving that in.
It is an understandable concern when you're with a man. Oh my god, did you jizz on your pants again?
That's technically the embroidery.
Get excited, leave me alone.
Got a little too excited. That's the embroidery.
It was actually a really nice episode because now I kind of wonder if the guy who plays Clive isn't a professional dancer because he turned out to be a really good dancer and he's the one who actually teaches.
I think he goes on
Bobby
point
how to dance.
at some point.
No, he's really good. So my guess is like he actually is in real life. He's probably a dancer. Has had dance training of some kind. Because I know with a lot of times with the shows, if an actor or an actress has innate talents, they try to work it in at some point. Like The Flash had a singing episode. Flash and Supergirl had singing episodes, and that's because Grant Gustin and Melissa Benoist have both been, funnily enough, on Glee. They were both from Glee, but they've both been on Broadway. I mean, she's done Carole King the Carole King thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what he's been on, but he's been on Broadway before.
I can imagine that.
And apparently a number of their cast knows how to sing. But either way, so good stuff. I don't remember what we're talking about now.
Just anything that might have wrapped up. I mean, now we're watching new shit, like...
Well, we already talked about American Housewife and Blackish.
Yeah, no, we talked about all that shit. I don't think that there's any...
Oh, Legends ended. Did we get the Legends finale
We talked about Legends.
We talked about the Legends.
Which is still great.
That was the only other thing that ended, because everything else is... Now we have, like, Prime shows now.
Yeah, check your DVR.
We're back to...
Grownish is coming back in Master Show.
Back today, so it's taping right now.
Oh, awesome.
They got Songland.
You know what? Let's talk about Songland. No, let's...
Talk about Songland?
No, we have not.
Oh, I thought we did.
No, we talked about that with Dave.
Songland and
Dave and
why.
Holly. Okay, so what are your initial
Alright, so
thoughts?
Just so for the people who don't know, Songland is a show on, I really want to say NBC. I believe it's NBC. Essentially, it is like American Idol, but for songwriters. That's the way they sell it. And so what you do is every week is a different pop star, and they are paired with 3 producers who I guess are like big in the industry. And what they do is they get, like, I think 5 or 6 songwriters to come and audition their songs for the pop star.
I thought it was like 4, but...
It's like 4 or 5 maybe. I know it's not a whole lot, but it's not... Because they whittle it down to 3, so it has to be like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they get like 4 or 5 people to come and sing. And these people... Now, what I don't know is whether these people know exactly which pop star they're going to be singing for, or if they just pick their best song, what they think is their best song. And when they find out what pop star it is, they're like, well, maybe I can make this work for them.
I have no clue.
So what the person does is they go, they sing the song, they have like a sort of impromptu back and forth with the producers and the pop star who say like, oh, maybe you can change a note here, or tweak the chorus there, or tweak the verses here, and then they re-sing it again, and then they leave, the next person comes in, does the same thing, they leave, and when everybody's done, they pick 3 of them, the artist picks 3 of them that he or she thinks has the most potential to be a song that they would sing. From there, each song is assigned a producer. So each songwriter pairs off with one of the producers, and the producer and the songwriter work together, quote unquote, to enhance the song, change it, alter it, basically Frankenstein the shit out of it, and make it into a song that the pop star will want. And at the end, the pop star picks their favorite song out of the 3, and that's the one they make into a single.
I mean, the thing is that the reason Norton does not like this whole thing is because when you start out with what would be considered, I guess you could say, a malleable song, at the very end, whether they choose the song or not, the song is so not like what it started out as.
Oh my god. So I kind of understand now why there's never been like a America's Top Writer or America's Top Screenwriter competition.
Oh, dude.
Because I feel like this would almost be the same situation where it's like you take somebody's script and you read the original version of it, and then the director comes in and the producer, like maybe he has 3 producers from the industry that he works with or some shit, I don't know how it would work, and then they all tweak the script. And by the end, the director's like, oh, I love this script. And the writer's probably like, but this is nowhere near my script. Like, this has, what they were talking about on Access yesterday about Pretty Woman. Apparently, Pretty Woman was originally called 3000 or 5000. And it was a lot darker and a lot more gritty than the original version.
I'm sure.
And apparently it ends with him, like, throwing money at her, throwing her out of the car and just leaving.
Really?
Yeah, on the side of the road.
That's a big downer.
And this is what happened. This is what Julia Roberts said happened. She auditioned for it. She got it. The studio that originally held the rights for the script crumpled. I guess it fell. Yeah. And Disney bought it. And they basically just took everything from it, stripped it, and rewrote it, and it became this.
That makes actually so much sense.
But this is kind of what the songwriting thing reminds me of, because it's like these songwriters come and they're very nice in terms of like they take the criticism really well and they sort of take whatever the producer does and they go with it. And they don't they're not mad at all about the fact that their song is in no way the same way.
Well, no, because I would have to imagine that these people coming with their songs to the table, these are songs that, again, like the artists themselves are malleable. They're bringing kind of like an okay song that could be melded into whatever the producer
I agree
wants.
with your thought that maybe obviously they're green artists, so they're not very new. Like, they're very new to the industry. They're very, like, pie-eyed, and they're probably like, ooh, like, this is my big break. So, of course, they're going to take whatever they get and be happy about it. And two, like you said, they're not coming with, like, really set in stone roots of, like, oh, I'm an artist, and I will not give up my integrity.
That's the thing, like, you recorded on your DVR another episode, right?
Yeah, it's the Will I Am episode.
I guarantee you that every single person is a solo artist, because I truly believe that if you can never do a band with this sort of premise, only because bands kind of know what they want, or not kind of know, they know exactly what they want. They bring in a producer just to finesse their sound, but not change their sound. Bands are very, very staunch in what they want. When it comes to a solo artist, totally different. Totally different. It's interesting because you sort of have a diet version of how the music industry works. The thing that kind of blows is, it's good for the producers, but you kind of realize that even though this person is the person that wrote the song, wrote the lyrics, wrote the music, if the song that they choose was to become big, then they obviously have other writers on the song. And that other writer is the producer. So the producer can get double that money because he gets a writing credit and he gets a producing credit.
Yeah, which to me is nuts because, like, without the skeleton, there's nothing to put meat on the bone.
It's like the screenwriter. Nobody cares about the screenwriter. And when you deal with screenwriters, they get paid in perpetuity for the most part. But the thing,
songwriters, they do get
royalties. but they get pennies on the dollar versus actual producers who like just make bank.
Yeah.
And one could argue that that's kind of fucked up. I don't think it's fucked up, but if
I get it in terms of like, okay. No, I don't get it. No, I can't. This is like stupid to me. The music industry
Dems the brakes.
It's like bullshit. I feel like the music industry is the most ass-backwards industry in art and entertainment ever. Except they're all ass-backwards. Like, writing, or not, television, movies, and music, they all do the exact same thing, which is somehow, they're actually a really good reflection of America now that you think about it. Because if you think about it, all the people that make things, that actually do the work, get the least amount of pay, and all the people that tell the people how to do the work and tell the people how to like do this and that, they get the most pay, and they do the least work.
No, you're
like
right.
The fucking songwriter, the TV writer, and the fucking screenwriter are the ones who build the idea and lay out the whole thing, and then the fucking producer come in and go, oh well, take this out, put this in, take that out, put that in. And 9 times out of 10, the stuff that they're putting in isn't like, original creative shit. It's just to make it more homogenized and to make it fit and sell the best. And then they sell it and make fuck tons of money.
But that's why the
creative person that did it to begin with gets nothing.
No, well, yeah, no,
it's fucked up.
I agree with you.
We do not.
I agree with you.
I'm so angry now.
No, I'm the one who should be angry because I'm going to that profession, but...
Yeah, you decided to fuck yourself over.
That's why I'd rather go for TV more than movies.
I can kind of understand producers in the classic sense of, like, they put the money... They back it. So I understand why they make a lot of money, because they're putting the most risk in.
Yeah.
But producers that just take other